What is up, everyone? Today I am going to be reviewing another phone. Yay. My wall is dry, and these videos might be coming to an end, but they haven't yet. So without further ado, today we're going to be reviewing this. Of course, you can't tell what it is from the front because most phones look the same these days, but this is the Infinix Note 50 Pro 4G, so not the 5G one. So first we're just going to do a physical overview. So it's got a 6.78 inch is AMOLED display on the front. It's a Gorilla Glass, I believe 5 or 7i, something in between, maybe, I'm not entirely sure. On the sides, this phone offers aluminium, aerospace grade aluminium, which is nice. It feels nice to touch. The buttons are plastic over here on the right side of the phone, and it's got these antenna bands as well on almost all sides. On the back you've got plastic. It's pretty smooth matte plastic, so it feels pretty nice, kind of similar to metal, and in my usage it hasn't had any scratches yet, but I have been using it with a cover, so take that as a grain of salt. And then this is the camera module. It's the 50 megapixel camera, Samsung sensor, an 8 megapixel not so good wide angle camera, and a supposed to be a camera, and a heart rate sensor right here, and then a dual LED flash. The design of the camera is pretty subjective. I personally don't like it as much, but I've seen people who were like, wow, that's a pretty good design. So yeah, on the left side you've got nothing. On the top you've got the second speaker with the JBL branding. This is the noise cancellation mic and the IR blaster. On the bottom you've got the SIM tray, which is just dual SIM. There's no micro SD slot, your microphone, your USB-C charging port, and your main speaker grill. Now, speaking about the phone itself, it's a pretty nice phone. The specs are as follows for this one particularly. It's 12 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of storage. It's Helio G100 Ultimate processor, and overall it's pretty nice as an everyday device. Now, I've been using it for the better part of, say, a month or close to 2 months, and within that time I've gotten to use it numerous times across various domains, and I can give you a bit of a quick overview on it and let you know if you should buy it, since this is relatively recent. It's a sub 250 USD phone, or 78,000 PKR if you're from Pakistan. So yeah, firstly the display itself, it's pretty nice. It's 1080p AMOLED and 144 Hz, which honestly is just a gimmick. It only works on like the setting and 2 other apps, but overall this display, the smoothness, everything is pretty nice. It gets sufficiently bright, and viewing is not an issue on this. It's got very small bezels as well, and the viewing experience on this is just very nice, right? Take my word for it. Now, apart from the screen itself, wait, what was next? Sorry. Apart from the screen, the speakers, they're pretty nice. This one is kind of tinny, but it gets the job done. The speakers are pretty loud if you're indoors, not so much if you're outdoors, and overall just a little 7 out of 10 speaker experience. Now, regarding the memory itself, that's UFS 2.2, so it's pretty quick. General operations on this are pretty smooth, as you can see, and the Helio G100, despite being underpowered for the price, in my opinion, gets the job done. It's got an Antutu score of 440. Yep, which perfectly respectable for the CPU itself. And this also ensures that it can game as well. Now I've tested a couple of games, everything works smoothly. Mobile Legends works well, and even Genshin Impact, which I can just show you really quick. With 12 gigs of RAM, it's got plenty of storage, and the CPU offers sufficient speed, believe it or not. So I'm just starting it real time so you can see how long it takes. And based on Genshin, that should give you an idea on how other games, less demanding game. I think this is one of the most demanding games on a phone today. So based on just that, you would know how the other games are going to function. PUBG, Call of Duty, Mobile Legends, all of those work just fine on medium to high settings with like between 30 to 60 FPS, stable FPS, and it's got a dedicated gaming mode, bypass charging, so it's got all the bells and whistles you're going to need. Now for Genshin, as soon as I've turned it on, I do feel it a little bit heat up on the back here from around the camera, like right around here. It's starting to heat up, even like from just the start. So you can see it's not quite the fastest when it comes to boot times, but you know, but once it started, as you can see, let me just show you the graphics on this as well, what I have set it to. So currently everything's set to medium with 60 frames per second. So that will give you a good idea on how great this device really is. Let's see. I think the best way to go about it is to go and maybe, I don't know, fight someone. As you can see, there's a bit of frame skipping going on. It's having to render a lot of details right now, but let's see. Oh, found some. No, that's not it. Huh. Didn't know. Oh, sorry. I think I'm. Huh. That's odd. Oh, there they are. Let's just see how. See, so there's, as you can see, a little bit of but perfectly playable. I'm just gonna defeat these. I need that chest, okay? Please don't judge me. It's a perfectly reasonable thing. Why is it taking so long? I don't think it should be taking so long. So as you just saw, yes, that's pretty fine. Well, anyways, as you can see, it works. That's the main point I'm trying to make here. That it works despite everything you may think about it. It works, and it's perfectly playable. So, so gaming on this is possible. You can do it. It's gonna work. I know people say G100, it's not gonna work. Well, it does. It does work if you want to make it work. And I've played rank on Mobile Legends. I've done quite well on it as well with this phone. I've won a few matches as well, mythic rank. So yeah, it works. It's perfectly playable. Now, and the day-to-day usage on this is pretty, as you can see, it's pretty quick. App closing, app opening, everything is kind of quick, kind of nice. Now it's coming on towards the camera. We've covered the performance, covered the screen, the speakers, now the camera. The camera on this is 50 megapixels and 8 megapixel ultra-wide. Ultra-wide is kind of shit. I mean, it's not, it's good that it's there, but it's very grainy, if you get what I mean. So it's kind of like, if you, unless it's very good lighting, and I mean like really good lighting, like sunlight lighting, it's gonna be a grainy picture that you're getting, and it's just not worth it in my opinion. The main camera does bring out some decent pictures. I've taken a couple of shots here from the main camera itself, which I can show you, like this, of like, I don't know, clouds from outside an airplane. Pretty nice picture. And I guess this is a nighttime shot. As you can see, this is with night mode, this is without night mode, and you can see that it's like there are patterns on this pillar, but it's failed to capture those. With the night mode there is some improvement, but not a whole lot, and it's just not that good. But when there's fairly decent lighting, or it's got some lighting, it can pull off some good shots, like this one or this one. If you play around with the exposure a little bit, it can bring out some good shots. Alright, so that's what I'm not in low light, but in decent lighting it can give you some good pictures. That's the point we're trying to make here. Alright, like this one for example, this one's taken from this phone as well. Not the best focus, but I mean, it's a pretty beautiful picture nonetheless. So it can get the job done if you wanted to. So, and for video recording, it does have stabilization, but it's not the best video camera as well. I wouldn't recommend it for video recording. The front camera, again, not the best in low light, but okay, passable. Snapchat works, so you can always use those filters, and it gets the job done. That's, I think I'm gonna say that a lot for this phone. It gets the job done. Regarding the battery life on this, it's pretty good. It supports 90 watts fast charge, so it charges up like 45-50 minutes, and then it can last you easily the whole day on moderate use, and like I find myself charging it the next day in the morning, and it's pretty quick charge, like 20 minutes and 30 minutes, because I usually charge around 30-40%, and I'm good to go. Now, one last note that I would like to make about this is that this phone does have aluminium sides. However, do not use it without a cover. I've used it without a cover for a period of time, and it's fallen to the ground, like this floor, a couple of times, and it does get dented as well. Like, I don't know if the camera is going to be able to focus on this. Like over here you can see, and in this area here there's a couple of dents, and one of the major ones is right over here, if you can see. And this one, actually, the little layer covering the sides, that actually started to come off a little, if you can see over here. So yeah, it's nothing else has happened, but that sort of got dented pretty badly here, just from like a 2-foot fall onto this floor without a cover. Luckily though, they do provide a cover with since this phone supports wireless charging up to 45 volts, wireless charging case that you can attach accessories, wireless chargers too. I tried using it. They give you a gift of a MagSafe charger alongside it. It heats up the phone too much, so I don't recommend using that. And the wireless charging, I think, is a bit of a gimmick on these phones, so I wouldn't really use it, but you can use it if you want to, if you've got no alternative. Now, the case itself, it's pretty nice. I've had people comment on it that, hey, it's got this like very soft feel on the back, like it's kind of rubbery, but it's not. And besides the plastic, the one thing about the case I would say is that it's pretty bad plastic, because I mean, look at that. That is not good. But it's still, I mean, you can still use it as a case. So all in all, I'd say it's a pretty good device for the price it's being offered at. It's a bit overpriced. I would say it's a good device if it was maybe sub $200. For $250, there are better devices, but this is a solid device in and of itself. So if you've got nothing else, you're not sure about anything else, then go for it. If not, then there are better options out there, like Realme, the In Plus, Realme 14. Yeah, just better options out there. So for what it's worth, this is a good phone, but not that great. Alright, hope you guys liked it. If you have any questions, feel free to comment them below, and I will see you in the next one, or whatever they say. Thank you. Bye bye.